You there?
Yeah, yeah, I got you. I got all my trades tagged, exported. I got the stream, the first part of the stream attached.
Okay, I need to download my shit real quick. Uh, Today is the 24th. Total P&L 20. And we had 5 trades. Which I did not tag everything. You can now collapse the columns on your daily journal. So where it says journal, there's a square with an arrow. You can collapse that. Excuse me.
Are you not doing dojo?
No.
Okay. Post this in here then.
Huh?
I
No,
got
no, you don't need
a screenshot of current context. At least what I'm seeing. A lot of chop
it.
walking today.
I still have to timestamp my videos. Let's see. 9:46:41. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4:20. And when we're done reviewing, I do have to have a meeting with Ryan. I don't know when. We made look at the rest of the session. If not, fuck it.
Mm. Are you under the impression I should be done trading today?
We need a review first, and whatever happens after, if we got time, we'll look.
Sure.
If not, fuck it. This is more important.
Yeah, I like.
'Cause I got a meeting and I got to do other shit, so we need to do this. Like what we're gonna do now is just gonna make you a better trader overall. You know, as much as I'd love you to be banging fucking profit targets every day, it's just it'll come.
Yeah, green's better than fucking nothing.
Okay, so let me pull up my session. Let me get a thumbnail. Did I like do something with my like keyboard? There you go. He's gonna try to trade a live account at $1,500 account.
Oh damn.
Okay. I got that. Put the thumbnail in. And let's go ahead and run your hypnosis in the background.
Okay.
Light.
Quiet.
Keep doing that.
Yeah.
I think that was interesting.
Me too, dude. I think that really gave me something. Like it kept pulling my focus back.
What do you mean?
Like I'm sure you and me, because we have the same MO, sometimes our focus drifts. Like sometimes it just runs away. And I think that's kind of what happened on Friday. It's like my focus just drifted away.
Yeah.
But having this hypnosis in the background, I feel like it's... I'm not listening to it. I'm not paying attention to it, but it's there. And it's pulling my focus back. So that I'm constantly thinking about it. Because I'll listen to it in the morning, and then I'll really focus on the words and shit like that. But just having it in the background is just like a reminder. it's like it's constantly poking me in the ribs, you know, like, hey, think about this, think about this.
Yeah. All right. So, trade 1.
Do you want to screen share for me?
Yeah. You can do this. You can make everything smaller.
Oh, that's fucking sick. Oh, that's gonna help me. That's gonna help me a lot.
We're gonna split the video and screenshots tab. I didn't tag everything. We're gonna have to create new tags sometime this week. Yeah. He's gonna make a hide groups feature. I say when he does that. Otherwise, it's just a lot to look at.
Yeah.
Anyways, the first things first is, you know, the read. Coming out of a range. Pretty long biased off of that. But we don't have a reclaim off to the left. So, how hard is it going to really hit? This range has been cooking for many days. You can see the different days at the bottom. Then we go to so I noticed that as soon as I noticed that they've done 2 of these and the second one's starting to push, right? Because we're coming out of the range. Reclaim, reclaim, reclaim. And then they struggle grind down, struggle grind down. We don't have a measured move on the 30-minute yet. Because it's just breaking that 30-minute range. The fact that we have 2 of these, I'm going for it. So it's what is that? A closed window. Purgatory. Seems like there's a shimmy against me, but I tend to do this a lot where I'm going against a slip, but I tend to, while it's not the best performer, because if we go to my the slips, right, it does perform really good having slip advantage, but I'm getting this one to actually start to perform. God, I'm gonna go to today just to look at the equity curve. Oh, I did not import my trades. Give me a minute. Excuse me. I drew down, the most I went down was 450. Let me make sure my fucking commissions are on. They are good. Let's make sure they're on here. I think something's off. But anyways, no. It's good. So I did draw against me on this first trade. You can see that. I mean, I did leave a little bit on the table in certain areas. You want to have... It's hard to speak on behalf of that. So we get into this thing. I get into it a bit. I just go for it because I see what it is.
And this is pretty early, right? Like, you just sat down.
Yes, this is 5 minutes into streaming. Like, I literally go to the 10-second, I see what's going on. You're like, I can't see the chart drawings. I can't see the chart drawings. I go, give me a minute. I'm in it at 6. So I don't realize that the trades are going to churn on me a little bit, but I'm willing to be aggressive as shit here. There, I turn it on for you. Right there, I go, can you see it? Which I shouldn't have done. I should have let it work a little more. I have a bad habit. I'll pause it here. I have a bad habit of dicking around with other shit.
When
the trade's on, you don't want to do that, okay? No. And I don't know. I feel good, man. You're gonna be a fucking good trader. I'm just letting you know this. I just feel it, dude. You're gonna fucking crush it. You're gonna make me a lot of money.
Yeah, I hope so. I fucking hope so, man. Hope it's not for nothing.
You got this. You believe in yourself.
Yeah. I've never believed in myself in something until trading.
You also have a mentor. When I talk to that 40-year trading veteran, and to anybody that will be listening to this after the fact, I talked to a fund manager, or not a fund manager, a trader. Arbitrage is what he did.
Pit trader, yeah.
Do you want to guess how many years it took him to figure it out?
Holy fuck.
Take a guess.
5 years.
15.
Holy fuck. Jesus Christ. That's insane.
And then he got a mentor that helped him turn it around.
Yeah. I don't think I would be able to do this. Like, I do think that there were times before I joined your Discord where I was starting to falter, and I was like, because at a certain point it does take a lot of courage to say, like, this isn't for me. And I never thought that thought never came to me, but it was a fucking struggle. And I was like, how far am I gonna go? You know, like, I need to have a point where I can't do this anymore. And I think the deciding factor in that was having a mentor. And not just a pod. Like, a lot of people talk about a pod, which is useful, you know, having peers. But at the end of the day, you need someone who knows their shit and who's been through it. I think that's what it really comes down to. And a lot of people don't have that.
And then that trader told me, he's like, once you know how to do it, you have a skill for the rest of your life, and you can just make money.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm in this for, dude. Like, I'm not here to fucking. It's no longer about the money for me. It's about, like, the skill. Like, I want to know this skill. I want to be able to do something that 99% of people fail at.
Yeah, you want to pinch the baseball good.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's fucking sick, man. Keep going.
So we're pushing it. I decided to pull it because I don't, at the top of this range, roughly. I take 4 off there. Okay, and then I'm trying to push it to 10s. I don't know why it says mid up there. That must be old. But at the same time, I do get skittish after this first trade. It comes up to the 10s. I'm like, oh, they're iceberging. They're reloading heavy in there. So I just say, fuck it, I'm out. Which I think was a good call because the iceberging was insane. And that was an $1,800 trade, so that really got me. And they're good. I'm going to say it was... I don't think I should have held it anymore than that.
An interesting observation I personally had from that trade was initially there was some, like, jealousy might be the right word. I was like, fuck, he really nailed that trade. But that feeling was shortly after it became like fuck yeah. I got hyped up. Like it was hyping me up. I was like, he fucking killed that trade. You know, there's opportunities here. Which was something I've never really experienced before. And I probably should have mentioned it at the time, but it was a good feeling, man. Like it, I don't know, it's like seeing the general go into war, you know? I was like, fuck yeah,
man.
we got this.
I think you were hunkered down a lot today, and I think you overcorrected a little bit.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you have a complete blowout like you did on Friday, you course correct the other way, hardcore.
Yeah.
And you were really laying low as fuck.
Yeah, I think that's true.
A lot which of it is okay.
Yeah, I'm not disappointed with it. Some of it was bankrolling, like I need to bankroll this account whenever I get close to drawdown. So I'm content with $90 on the day, you know. Like if it takes me 2 weeks to dig out of that $500 hole.
Well, you're gonna just not trade this alone.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't get out of hand like it did.
Yeah.
So, and I think I told you, don't worry about me being in this. Mm-hmm. Like, I want you to, I'm telling you because I need you to see what I'm seeing. And if you don't see it, then that's okay. Just know that I'm seeing something. And maybe you can see it too. Maybe this happens again. And then you're like, okay, I've seen this.
Yeah. And I was fucking paying attention to those chop walks for the rest of the day, dude. Like I was zeroed in on that shit.
Second here, I feel like I thought I put the timestamps in this. They're in there. So now, this is my trade too. So now, I've laid low as shit forever because I'm like, fuck, you know. At this point, I'm really nervous. So I'm just sharing, you know, what's going on with me. Because like, I'm like, man, that was a good ass trade. I don't want to. Here's the thing. Here's my personal deal. I'm hitting $1,000 and I'm usually done.
Yeah.
If I want to be a better trader, I need to keep going.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to start working through that barrier. You know, instead of just really preserving the fuck out of capital. And for me, I don't want to take a loss, which I do, and I think my last trade was very aggressive to try to get that back. So I'm kind of like wanting to stay green as fuck on every trade. So I'm real skittish, and what's good about trading with you is if I'm gonna read this shit and I see something good, I should just take it. You know? Instead of saying, oh, I'm done. Sure. It's time for me to push it a bit. So at this point, we got this, and I'm like, there's a change in pattern. Okay? And this is when I go, there's a short, and I think you didn't see it. And then I had to explain it to you.
Yeah.
This is the first wedge. It's a wedge between the blue and the yellow. Oh, fuck. Actually, let me, I need to screenshot that first trade. Entry real quick.
I also think it's worth pointing out that you took the second breakout, and I took the third one. So you'll see later on it starts chop blocking again, and that's when you told me, you pulled out the calculator tool, and you're like, listen, dude, it took like 20 minutes to set up last time. Just be patient. Like, wait for it to set up.
Oh, yeah.
And You're
talking about a future trade?
Yeah.
The next one?
Yeah.
or the one where you made $90?
No,
the big
this
one,
this one was a break even. So my first trade of the day was a break even.
Oh, okay.
And it was an early exit. I think I could have held it for the eventual breakout. But it was conflicting because you were telling me, you were like, be careful, man. Like it, and then you and me both went on tilt a little bit watching it go without us, and we did that breathing exercise.
Yeah, I remember. Two struggle grinds.
Yeah, let me regenerate this one.
So I put this bubble key on V. Let me show you where it is. Hold on.
I'm just narrating a trade real quick so I can't see your screen.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Struggle grind low. Breakout high. Get the arrow key out here. Boom.
I'll be right back.
Boom. Yeah.
Okay.
So I posted a screenshot of that trade.
So on Flame Shot, if you go to configuration and you go to shortcuts, this one right here. You can. It's not programmed on a hotkey, but you can do it.
Add an auto incrementing counter bubble. And what does that do?
That's the dots where it goes 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay,
I
yeah.
put it on V because it's not assigned to anything.
Yeah, I should probably
by default. So trade 2 is worth a point. So at this point, I'll re-explain to you why it went down. So I'm zooming in on the 3-second. So let's rewind it, change in pattern. So I'm gonna flame shot it. 10-second. So between this one, and this one, pattern is shifting.
Yeah, and I took a trade there before the pattern really started changing, before it started going flat up there. I took a long trade, and that was my $75 trade. That's my biggest trade of the day.
Oh, you did take a long up here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was when it was struggle grinding. I'm like, all right, go for it. I'm like, oh, you can hold it or you can bankroll it. And then I go, we should probably bankroll it.
Yeah. Yeah, I shared a screenshot of that. So we were on the same page for pretty much the entire day.
My thinking, if you were like crushing it or something, I would have said pushed it, but we had to bankroll it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the 30-minute not being reclaim assisted, and then the fact that this pattern's happening 3 times in a row, it's just a matter of time before it starts to collapse, and now it's starting to collapse after the fact.
Yeah, yeah. And it would have came back on me. Like I nailed the exit within about 3 ticks before it would have came back on my entry.
Yeah, after the review, right? I have to get this done. So now, so then I zoom in on that pattern I go, let's go to 3. We haven't been working the 3 for a while. I go short here. I go down a tick. So let's get a shot. Let's explain things. So you have a struggle grind. So let's actually do this. So P is for pencil. I can do this. So the struggle grinds are puking. This one went up. This one happened to go down. This one went sideways. This one went down. Since we have a pattern change, I believe that this struggle grind was going to hit down as well. So what we know, this is a 3-second. I'm going to just kind of... Oh, give me a minute. So number 1, SG for struggle grind. It went up. Number 2, SG down. Number 3, SG sideways. Number 4, SG down. So now we have 2 downs. You see that? I got 2 downs. And obviously I'm speculating on 5.
Okay, you're placing your bet that the struggle grind 5 is going to break.
Because I have 2 downs. I have 2 downs. I know that they can be random.
And 1 kind of failed. Like, that's not much of a breakout on 1.
No, not at all. But also, we got to remember that we have a change in pattern.
Yeah.
So see the 10-second, see that. So my other screenshot is telling me there's a change in pattern up here.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a change in pattern from that other screenshot. So this is really, you need the 2. Change in pattern and shifting on 3. That's the read.
Yeah.
That's, hey, something's going on. They're probably gonna blow out. Also, we know what else do we know? We know, I didn't post it in there, but what else do we know? They're fucking taking out late buyers.
Yeah.
Even when they were going up before this, there was this pattern of taking out late buyers, which is a tag we're gonna need to develop. I need to start putting our tag development because we're gonna retool. Let me put it. Let me make a. So we're gonna have the struggle grind. So far there's 3 patterns with that. Up, down, sideways. Next, we're gonna have late buyer clear outs, and then there's probably gonna be late seller clear outs. We just haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Just one of those trades where you know the direction, but it's grinding so slow. You're like, oh fuck it, I'll get into it, and then they push you out. They push you out.
Yeah.
I know there's other tags, but we won't worry about that right this minute. So I go for the short. I cancel. They're taking fucking forever, and this is where I'm skittish. I know I should probably potentially be writing it, but at the same time, was the scalp a good call? It would have come back on me.
How did you exit that? Did you click just join limit, like join bid? I'm just curious how your execution works.
Yeah. I click on the I'd click on the physical column.
So if you click above the
right
bid,
there.
Oh, I see it. Yep.
I click on that number and it starts to cut my order in there.
Sure. No, that makes sense.
So if I click this blue, it would market order this. If I click the red, it would market order this. If I click here, it'll join the limit.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
I don't like clicking it. I don't like to do it on the fucking hotkeys because if it tweaks up, I want to be in at specifics. So we were in it at 11. Did I get a screenshot of that? I think I did. That would be purgatory. Close window. Kind of going against shimmy on it again. Let's see how bad it would have pulled on me. It would have come up against me a tick. I had a feeling they were going to keep pushing. And I knew I needed to wait on some of this shit. I would have probably taken it out down here at that point. But I really think I should have held it longer. I knew they were going to attempt to clear some inventory on the bottom. I want to say it's good. I honestly, yeah, I could have held it a little more, but at the same time, it's like, well...
You got the meat. You got the meat of the move, you know?
Well, there's another 4 on it I could have got, because I got out 1050. Yeah, I would have probably got out at 975, which... 3 ticks is a big deal. This is why I'm telling you, hey, get a tick, get a tick, get 2 ticks, get a break even. Because when you're just paper cutting, you don't realize how big of a deal that is, man. Because there's going to be, when the volatility slows down, your paychecks become a tick.
Yeah.
So I could have held it a little longer, I think. Let me put where I could have held it to. So what I'm going to do is so I got in here, I got out here, and I should have got out there, so it's gonna say Emmy for my entry. My exit. Ideal exit.
Nice.
And then there will be ideal entry. but I don't have one here.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Control C.
God, this shit gets me fired up, man.
What?
These
annotations?
Review, yeah, the annotations and the review, dude, it really fucking gets these ideas across for me.
Yeah, I'm noticing that. That's trade 2. Trade 3.
I think you and me were in the same trade, yeah. Yeah, we both took this.
Oh, yeah, 925. Here's the deal. You got to break even, and then I was getting out for a tick.
Yeah.
But they didn't fill all my orders, and I didn't have a hotkey for 10 lots, so I had to start, like, adjusting it and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do we got going on? So we know that they're slip ranging, so let me put the text. Oops, I didn't flame shot it. Let me actually, because that fucking YouTube, this thing needs to go away.
Okay, I need to.
So this is a 3 second here, so we're gonna put 3 second. I think it's good to label the chart.
Sure.
Yellow box. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press P for pencil, and then I'm gonna go. Oh wait. This for me is, well, actually no, we'll do it like this. Slip range. Here to here. So we know that's what's happening, and it's been happening for a hot minute.
Mm-hmm.
We know that we know for a fact that we're getting. Oops. Is there just something that draws a straight up line?
Yeah,
I think
one.
this one. D. Got it. Sick. So we know that we're getting. We know that these things are doing random rotations, right?
Yeah.
Like this one over here went up. This one went down. So number 1, 2, 3. Actually, we'll put 3 here. Which I'm gonna put this. This will be 3, 4. So we know there's a slip range. They're getting caught up on the bottom of it. This is a pretty technical write-up. So number 1, struggle grind up. Number 2, struggle grind down. So we're mixed. We know we're in a mixed bag. 3, slip range. And then I'm going to put a 4 SG. This is my trade. I'm betting up because of number 5, which I haven't put. Broader slip range. Which is, I've already labeled it here. So I believe they're going to push up into it. This is where it is. It's in the yellow box. We stayed on it. We got embedded on it. I know the Struggle grinds are going every different way. Chances are this motherfucker may pop up because it went up, down, struggle grind here, or slip range here, but we're in a bigger one, and then they push up. And what we also have are some bottom ticks. Let me press space and let me get rid of number. Can I move number 3? Can I move this? Oh, you can if you press space on it and then you go to this like other.
Oh, sick. Okay, sweet. I was moving text like that, but it's good to know I can move the numbers like that too.
Bottom ticks.
Interesting. I missed that. I didn't see those bottom ticks.
Yeah, neither did I. We know that's a theme.
Yeah, the last few days it has been. I mean, last week, I mean.
This is a theme for the session. I even called it earlier in the session, but I didn't catch on to it there. Pace from clipboard upload. So at this point, I think there's a range up in here, if I'm not mistaken. We'll watch the trade pan out. It goes. Covering it. We're in it at the same fucking place. I start bailing. I try to. I think I get a partial fill there.
Mm.
And then I'm like, oh shit, I need to get the rest out. So I gotta clip it out, and then it fucking runs. Little. Nope, it comes back in. Let me see if we can. So there is no range. Really, there's no range in here. I know higher time frame. Let me go back to that trade. It's a close window. Pretty conservative on it, I would say. Pretty clear on what's happening with it, which is good. There is no shimmy. I think I should have held it. Well, let's look at it again, actually. Actually, I think the exit is good because it is puking up, but it's immediately failing. Like this one pukes up, and we know that they're not always puking up. I think it's a good trade, actually, us bailing it, even though it did go up. Because it puked and it come back in, right? So...
Yeah.
It should have kept going, like this one here. Really, this struggle grind should be from down here over, more shallow of an angle, but it is what it is. So I think the exit on it was pretty good. We got in at 925. It's on the point. Number... excuse me, 4. So I go for it again. I get fucked up on it. So they're starting to slip here. I think that's D. So for me, it's like possible slip range. in the middle of bigger slip. So this is a little more complex here, and then if you're nailing a slip range in the middle of a bigger slip range, typically it'll stay there. That's the thinking behind this. I would say my heart rate is increasing a little bit. Pretty clear on what's going on. I decided to get aggressive on it. So it goes in my favor a little bit. I'm like, I should get out. I try. And then I don't get it. It slips through my fingers. Because I start to realize this is kind of getting ugly. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm going to have to sit in it.
I took a long here when you were underwater. I got in.
Yeah.
2-tick win.
So it goes from closed to open. Same trade. No shimmy. I know my heart rate is increasing. I'm like, okay, so as it comes up, I'm like, all right, I'm going to try to get a break even on it. Because it went against me too far.
Mm.
And then I take it out for a 5-tick loss because I'm like, okay, this is great exit. You know, I think it's a good trade. I'm going to green star it. Great exit. It just, that theory didn't work. I was a little slow on exiting.
Yeah.
I would say I should have cut it a little sooner. I thought about it, but I hesitated a little bit. So I'll yellow star it and say held too long. Let's go back to it, though. I need to get a screenshot.
I think in hindsight, I could have held mine longer. But the problem is it wasn't a super great trade to begin with. Like, I knew it was only going to be a quick scalp. But 2 ticks isn't really worth it. I don't think I should have taken the trade at all, in all honesty.
I'm going to actually make it a green star. You don't think so? Let me look at it. Okay, so it come down.
So I got in at 775 on the right side of the V.
See, I don't think that's actually bad.
And then I think by here I'm already out of it.
I don't think that was bad. I think everything you did was correct. Sometimes we're gonna be probing at momentum, and then we're gonna be picking up 2 ticks.
Yeah, which reminds me.
Which is kind of what's happening in this session.
I need a momentum tag for my approach.
So at this point, I'm like, oh shit, they're struggle grinding again. But this time I know they're probably going to go opposite, and most of the time was spent low. So I'm like, I'm going for it. So...
Oh, you reinitiate. I didn't know you did that.
Worked for 900. I should have held this too. Okay, let's explain the slip range. So... What we know is embedded for a period under midpoint of full slip range.
So wouldn't that normally
So
be
what this
bearish?
means, so this yellow area is the slip range.
Yeah.
We've been staying under the midpoint of it for a while. We know that it's we know today the theme is it's sticking before it goes. So they're sticking down here before they finally decide to go across the entire slip range.
Can I hate to keep fucking asking shit, but do you mind if I ask you what your precedence was for that? Like, how did you know it was sticking? You might have to pull up Sierra chart. Like, if I look at the 10-second here.
You can see it here. The yellow box. Notice how they were not going all the way across the yellow box. If I was to use that time tool from 10:36 to 10:51, so like 20 minutes. Remember the struggle grinds earlier were sticking for 20 minutes or so?
Oh, see, you're hypothesizing that this is just like a sideways struggle grind.
Yeah, and then there's more to it, though. There's this. We know this one went up. We know this one went down. We know that this one went down. So therefore, this one might go up. So we're getting alternating struggle grinds. Up, down, down. So actually, no, we have two downs. So since we know they're kind of randomizing the order of the struggle grinds. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So number 1, SG up. Number 2, SG down. 3, SG down. 4, SG my trade. I'm betting they're going to go up. We're also getting a bit of a flat bottom too, which we know we've been kind of seeing that flatness. I don't want to lean into that too terribly much, but I do believe they're going to recoup the I think they'll take the rest of this yellow box. I do need to adjust this. So that's what I'm thinking. We're also an uptrend as well.
Yeah.
I think this is a 3-second, if I'm not mistaken. We know that theme. So I know we're potentially still doing that.
Oh, it's clicking, man. I can feel it. I can feel it all fucking coming together.
Very aggressive.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think I could have taken that trade with you.
But that's just how I operate. I'm a little more. You know, if there's like a fucking alligator, I'm gonna look for that right moment, but I'm not gonna hesitate the moment that window just opens up.
Yeah.
So we jump on it. she's kind of digging around. I'm telling you too. I drew an arrow. I'm like, I think it's gonna go off. See, I drew the arrow for you to see.
Yeah.
And then it starts digging around, and I'm like, oh, I took a 5-tick loss. I need to roll out of it for my mental sake. Yeah. So I did. That was a little aggressive. I should have pushed it. See, there's another leg on it. Let's look at Sierra charts. That is at 11:51.
Yeah, and that's high of day currently.
Seems a bit off. I don't know if I'm on the right day or I'll do it here.
Yeah, right there, right where your cursor is.
Yeah, look how much it had. I knew I could have held it up to this point. So I'm gonna flame shot this. Let's actually move these. Space. Here. And then I can re-grab that. Arrow. You know, I get it out right about there. It doesn't. I don't need to make it as precise, but I should have started gunning it here. So I should have held it a little longer. I fucking knew it too because of the just the way the day was kind of forming up and shit. There's just certain, but also I was a bit real skittish on the fact that that's a retry too, by the way, because I did try that trade. Very skittish. I had kind of bumped into it aggressively. It made sense, but I know my heart was thumping. I wanted to recoup this loss, but I also wanted to, you know, I was getting nervous because I had such a good streak going on. You know, it's one thing to be losing and getting nervous and blowing up, but then when you get into capital preservation mode, even though you keep winning, that's bad because then it can set you off into revenge trading if you take a loss. And that surfaced a little bit right there. Any questions?
No. I did have a question from earlier, though, and I would like your input. I had an idea earlier, and it's either really smart or really stupid. I have a feeling it's pretty stupid. I was thinking about trading on micros and replicating your size. So just 1/10 of what you're trading. So 12 lot micros, and that would open it up to being able to scale out of trades. The downside of that is commissions. I think the commissions are a little higher on micros.
It's not. I don't scale out often.
Sure.
I don't think it's necessary. When that time comes, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
that's another skill set. You just need to learn to take the fucking trades well.
Yeah, that's what my buddy was telling me. He's been trading for like 6 or 7 years, and he was like, one entry, one exit, get consistent, and then focus on scaling.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just keep doing what you're doing. You just need to trade.
Yeah.
That's it. The scaling isn't that often. It's when I get into something massive or something that it can be used as sort of lock-in gains where I would scale the first time, you just take it off and just let it be. It doesn't matter. So don't do it.
Yeah. I'll stick with micros for now. I like minis. Sorry, I like micros when it starts getting volatile, like VIX 25. I usually drop down to micros.
You can see on the 30-second though when they did shift, and it did come back down eventually.
Yeah.
Like there's that one trade I could have held, and then it would have got bad. And then it seems like it's turning into a slip range here, but the way it's walking around, it's kind of messy.
Yeah.
Don't trade. I know you got an hour. Just don't touch it.
Oh, dude, I feel fucking good right now. I feel so good after annotating those charts with you.
I gotta go.
No worries, man. Productive fucking session. I think these reviews are super important. So we got to keep doing these.
Sure.
All right, man. I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow.
the sky and seeing the dark clouds rolling around. Seeing the dark clouds lighting up with thunder and lightning, flashing on and off in all different areas, feeling the wind blowing, hearing the trees blowing around you, knowing you are in a place of change, a place of deep relaxation, coming to a place of professional trading, a place you are so addicted to come, playing in nature's scene. The thunder clamoring in the distance, just breathing, focusing on the breath, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, slowing the breathing down as if you were going to sleep. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Focusing on the breath. Anytime the mind wanders, you go back to the breath. Completely content with the wandering mind. Coming back to the breath. Imagining all your thoughts disappearing as you focus on the breath. Every time you breathe out, the thoughts go up into the air and dissipate, like water evaporating on a hot summer's day. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, imagining all your thoughts disappearing on every out breath. And as you breathe in through the nose, feeling positive energy entering your body. Breathing out, letting go of all your thoughts. Imagining your human body as a filter of energy as you lay in the field, breathing in through the nose, bringing in positive energy, breathing out through the mouth, releasing any thoughts and old energy. You are renewing yourself in Mother Nature, feeling your body changing, feeling your body relaxing more and more as you are slipping deeper into relaxation, focusing on the breath, knowing you are in a place of change, a place professional change, trading professional. You are becoming, focusing on the breath as if you are falling asleep, feeling relaxation, feeling the cool breeze of the thunderstorm on your face flowing through the cracks of your fingers, feeling drops of rain tapping on your body, hearing the thunderstorm in the distance. Every time you hear the rumbling of the thunder, you are feeling professional trading entering your body. You are feeling professional trading entering your body. This is the place of professional absolutely good and confident who you are, trader, professional you are, consistent with your thinking, your behavior, feeling relaxed, disconnected, you are becoming, feeling the rain disconnecting you from the P&L, breathing in, feeling the confidence burning in your core, breathing out, letting all the thoughts of the P&L disappear, being more relaxed, seeing the thunderstorms in the distance, flashing in the dark clouds rolling overhead, seeing the purple lights of the thunderstorm flashing, seeing your fellow team around you meditating and not moving, as though they are ghosts relaxing and working on their own trading psychology. Everyone is here. You feel good knowing that you are on this journey with everyone else. What if you could imagine taking 2 losses in a row and it does not faze you because it phases you not. You are not fazed by 2 losses in a row, nor are you fazed by 20. All this information is telling you is what is happening internally. And internally, you must become more and more relaxed by breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, knowing you are on a practice, a discipline of becoming a better trader, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, letting go any animosity towards 2 or more losses in a row. It is simply information, and one must fail many times, because failure is not failure. Failure is a learning experience. You must learn. You are okay with learning. Learning what not to do is how you become a professional trader. You are completely content with learning experiences. You enjoy them. When you see 2 losses or more in a row, you are enjoying this because now you get to learn from it. Now you will become better. You become better by challenges. You embrace the challenge.